Hello everyone and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Um, Dynamic times, I would say. It's really, insane what's happening. I'm all the time I'm just checking that here because that have direct impact to that here and that have direct impact to that here. Yes, we are talking about DXY, US dollar index, SP 500, and Bitcoin. I don't know. What a chain. What a chain. But let us talk about what's happening here. First of all, let me start with Tether because um, yeah, some people. I can understand that people are claiming, hey, Inspo, you are making tweets, but I don't have your knowledge, and you are not making or explaining something. You are just making some tweets with hiding information. No, I'm not hiding any information. I'm just preventing any kind of discussions. That's the difference. Because, I received even today with my tweets comments like you are biased, you are, I don't know, rumors, you are spreading rumors, whatever. I just want to prevent that. I mean, you guys, I would say almost all of you are really nice people, but some of you just kick balls all the time. And sometimes I don't want to be that sensitive just to block everyone, to ban them. But yeah, I mean, if the content quality is just getting worse because of that, I need to be honest. Um, I need to see how to manage the situation because critics is something useful in my opinion. Nobody is perfect. Uh, yeah, I have two sides. One side want more information and my thoughts and my opinion. The other side just want facts, data, and not my opinion. So it's difficult. It's really difficult. However, let us start with Tether, and I will explain because some people just claimed exactly that. Just explain something. What are your thoughts about that? What's happening with Tether? Why I'm tweeting a lot about Tether today? I have detected since month. I'm not talking about month in 2022. I'm also talking about month in 2021. I don't know if that's coincidence, but when crypto ban for mainland Chinese happened, I was detecting huge amount of Tether outflows from Binance. And we know, I mean, who is using Binance? It seems the market maker is using Binance due its liquidity, and many retailers and whales are using Binance because it just have the biggest liquidity there. So I mean, as soon as they have some outflows from there, it's it's okay. It's not critical, but you need to understand the context of Tether outflows, the potential to redeem those tethers, and what it means related to the liquidity of Tether. Okay, so uh, Tether never got a full audited attestation. The I mean, I have seen other kind of audits in banks, and what Tether is presenting every time as an attestation, it's just something like not really worthful, in my opinion. Okay, it says we have, I don't know, 6% cash, 20% commercial papers. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. What? What do you have? Yeah, we have 60% commercial papers. It's I don't know if that's exactly 60%, but huge amount of commercial papers. And if you take a look to the stocks and stock markets, would you say they are rising in value? I don't think so. And that's why it makes sense to bake your stablecoins with fiat, for example. Okay? Because that's the stable coin for everyone in the US and even abroad. Okay, you go to the bank, $1 is $1. That's it. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. And one stable coin should be $1, one USDT. But sometimes it's 0.90 or sometimes 1.05, whatever. But usually it should just make exactly the same what the US dollar is doing. So it makes sense to bake your stablecoin with US dollar. And that's something how the whole story started years ago. They said they did that, and then they have and they had to recognize that they didn't bake USDT 100% with Tether. Instead, with commercial papers. Nobody knows exactly what kind of commercial papers. Their last attestation was showing some ratings. Okay, it's looking like not really critical commercial papers, but nobody knows exactly what's happening behind and what kind of commercial papers they have in their portfolio. So now just imagine we have a sell off, and Binance, as the biggest exchange for retailers, whales, and it seems also for institutionals, maybe they are using for trade bots and so on. They get USDT because that's the biggest BTC pair on Binance. And then they want to convert this USDT back in USD. That means Tether has to have this kind of USD. Otherwise, they can't pay them out, right? Or they go to the bank and they get a loan, for example, as collateral, the commercial papers, gold, or any kind of reserves, and they can pay out these people. That will be also fine. Oh, wait, but that's not possible because almost no bank in the world want to work with Tether, it seems. At least that's what the media told us. And partly maybe because there are still in an investigation in New York. Okay, so it would be very hard to pay out in case of a sell-off, to pay billions and billions and billions to all that people. What will happen? Well, in my opinion, that could collapse Tether. And Tether is the biggest stablecoin for crypto. So what will happen then if that's the case? In my opinion, that will bring a lot of pain to crypto. And that's why I'm tweeting about that all the time. So just to make sure that you understand what it means in case that what happened to Terra, I mean, not the same will happen, but in case they are going to bring all that billions and billions and billion because they accumulated a lot of Tether from Binance, I guess, selling their Bitcoins since months. If they send all at once to Tether, in my opinion, it's game over. It's out. For Tether, I don't know. I mean, they need to sell their commercial papers. stocks are declining, so I guess even their value of their commercial papers portfolio is declining. And I know they have some gold reserves. That's something that's very good. And at the same time, they have some fiat, but that's not that biggest part. And that's a big problem. That's the difference to other stablecoins. They just have baked their stablecoins with fiat and other hard assets like gold, for example. We know just an example, Paxos, for example, BUSD, the Binance USD is from Paxos and it's baked 100% by US dollar, for example. So yeah, that's the thing and the case, and why I'm tweeting today about Tether and after the terror issue, it's something we should have in mind. We are detecting huge amounts of outflows from Binance. Nobody knows who is behind. Maybe it's Bitfinex. I don't know. And then everything is okay. But in case it's not, that's a potential worst case scenario we should have in mind and be very careful with that. That's everything. Not biased, not nothing, just facts. Okay, we can discuss about that. If you have much more information and you say, hey, Inspo, that's not true. Tether is perfect and their, I don't know, commercial papers are huge and the best commercial papers and the best ratings and I don't know. Okay, then show me that. But that's the information I can give you about Tether at the moment. Let us talk now about the data and what's happening there and why that Tether and Terra um, case is so important for this market. Well, we know what happened here, sideways run down. That's, as we know, something institutions love to do. Many people are many times just confused if they say such kind and say sideways run, someone is accumulating, we are going to moon. Depends who is accumulating. That, I mean, institutions love to that kind of quick accumulations to dump afterwards, to bring extreme moves to the price action afterwards. So, but however, the weights ratio was very high all the time and it's declining 73. That's really nice. Also, the moving average indicating it's declining more and more. That's also very good because it's indicating that whales are sending less BTC to the exchanges. At the same time, we can see here as well, the stablecoin reserves on exchanges is declining. That's something I don't like to see actually, because also that is demonstrating, and we have seen that almost 1 billion US dollar again we detected such big and huge outflow today from Binance, and that was just a few minutes ago. And I have detected another billion just a few hours ago. So we are talking about many, many, many billions of Tether outflow from centralized exchanges, and the supply is declining as well. USDC, huge. Just in few weeks, 5 billion reduction in total supply on USDC. 10% of the total stablecoin supply in the market has declined since March, beginning of March. Also big, and that's indicating less demand. Less demand means also less demand for stablecoins, less capital for BTC USDT pairs, ETH USDT pairs, and so on and so forth. You can imagine what that means. So let us talk about fund flow and what's happening there. Flow activity, not fund flow. So flow activity, what's happening here? I have added the flow activity with Bitcoin outflows as well, just to see if we have some matches, like we received like here 41,940 Bitcoin, and just an hour later we see an outflow of exact the same number. That would mean the same people just took these bitcoins again back from the exchange. Sometimes that's part of internal exchange operations. So, yeah, I'm not going to talk about the last days because if you are following me and you are watching all my analysis, you know what happened in the past. What's happening today? Well, first of all, for all bulls, that's at least one interesting information. Of course, the volume for BTC inflows declined. We are talking here still high, and at the moment we are receiving again. Unfortunately, that's something I hope. I don't know if CryptoQuant can change that, but sometimes that's really disturbing here with I can't see exactly the figures and so on. It's not that cool. So last hour, 5,269 Bitcoin arrived on exchanges. Just an hour before 1,500, an hour before just 3,300, an hour before 1,100, another before again 3,000 Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. So yes, even we are not getting that kind of activities like just a few days ago here, like I don't know, 5,000, another 5,000, 3,000, um, or yesterday 7,000 here, 5,000 2 hours in a row, 4,000 here. It declined, but still too high. These guys are still not accumulating. I will show you that they are not accumulating. I can't see any big or any entity except retailers. That's so funny. Um, that is accumulating. Even the market makers with 1K to 10K Bitcoin wallets, they are not accumulating. So we have to be careful. The price action doesn't look that bad, but it's I don't know. It's retesting 30K now the third or fourth time. I don't like. It looks still too weak to be honest. So 5,300 Bitcoin, 1,500, 3,300. Let us check the volume. That's nothing. That's really nothing, and it really doesn't look good. I don't know how much Bitcoin they have accumulated on exchanges and are ready maybe to dump even more. Exchange reserves can give us maybe an indication, but not an accurate one, so we need to be careful. But at the same time, we received a lot of stablecoins at the same moment. That was something I was missing all the time, and that was partly why they wrecked me tonight with my long. Yes, me, Inspo, the guy that was telling you weeks and weeks and weeks, the market looks weak, the market looks bearish, we are going down, we are going down. I was shorting all the time down, all the time down, all the whole way down. I was shorting. And then at 33K, I have started to long. Yeah, retarded. Just pure retarded. Um, was my mistake, and it was a very expensive one. So, but that's part of the game. Stablecoin inflows rising, stablecoin inflows rising, also declining, but it doesn't matter for me because that's like Bitcoin outflows. I don't care about Bitcoin outflows. I just care about the inflows. Inflows is indicating they can use those to buy. We are talking about here 370 million, 265 million, and just a few hours ago 230 million. That's a lot. And that would maybe explain why Bitcoin looks a little bit stronger than just yesterday, for example, because I was missing a lot. Of course, they let the price go down to buy the dip, and now they want to push up a little bit the price. Of course, Bitcoin keeps following SPY, and that's partly why he is doing that. That's it. Net flow, stable coins, you can see looks more red than green, indicating even we are getting more stable coins, but the outflows are bigger. Something, in my opinion, Tether shouldn't like to see. And that's it. And by the way, just talking about Tether, we have seen from Paolo a tweet. They burned 3 billion USDT today. And that's not the first time. So let us talk about future trading next. Future trading. What's happening at the moment? Well, we can see what's happening here. Funding rate declined hard and now had its bounce, but it seems they are starting to short again. However, we have here stablecoin net flows indicating huge amount of stablecoins just arrived, but also huge amount just left the exchanges as well. At least bitcoins for collaterals related to derivative exchanges looks more green than red, indicating we are getting more bitcoins to derivative exchanges. That's something we should like because, in my opinion, they use them mainly too long and not too short. So if we check, for example, here the open interest at the same time, we can see here like a wave formation just declining because they closed positions, but it seems they got liquidated, some of them who longed instead, like me maybe, and yeah, and have started to place new contracts, new future contracts, and that's why open interest is rising. Leverage ratio, something I like to see, maintains relatively low compared to the weeks before. And as mentioned here, we can also see, I mean, we received 475 million of stablecoins related to derivative exchanges. At the same time, 600 million outflow, and just before 742 million inflows and 1 billion outflow. That's big. To bitcoins, we received last hour 1,400 Bitcoin inflows and 1,200 outflows, and 2,900 inflow and 1,600 outflow, and so on and so forth. 6,600 inflow and 3,500 outflow. Looks a little bit more green than red, and that's something I like to see if I'm on the bullish side, of course. So let us take a look here. Longs declining hard. You remember we had here 0.5 billion just 2 days ago, and now we just have those 1,300,000,000 almost. So nothing big. I'm just checking Bitcoin, and Bitcoin looks like it wants to nuke afterwards again, just because DXY and SPY. That's so ridiculous, really. That's so ridiculous that Bitcoin is just following like a dog SPY and SPY DXY. That's so. I mean, if I would be BlackRock, just to have something in mind, I have such kind of volume. I would try to manipulate DXY and then short SPY and Bitcoin at the same time. That's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Bitfinex. Shorts rising hard, 100 million than before. Do you remember? They moved 60, 70, 80 million and shorts, now 200 million. Longs, 2.3 billion, rised also by 400 million it seems. Also big. And also here shorts. I mean, the ratio now is changing. And yeah, that's what we can see here. Let us check Bitfinex. Here also looks like more shorts, but longs for Ethereum are coming in, it seems. And here on Binance, still more longs, but also shorts are rising. So looks, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really look that bullish, to be honest. Let us check the FTX. I just did today a video for the Spanish community, so I need to refresh just the chart. Hopefully, I don't know. Hello? Please refresh. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any money anymore, so I don't care. I'm dry. No, not that. That sounds like I don't have any money. That's not true. But not any money too long or short. But I don't know. Taking a look to that here. Ooh, the risky trades, guys. Really risky trades here. But also look that. Yum yum. And that's below 27 again. I don't know. That looks like, I don't know, I would say very volatile. We can go down and then up afterwards again. We need to see what the remaining data is looking like. But look, I mean, 400 million. How much do we have here? Yeah, almost 400 million. And here 360 millions. Hmm. These guys are playing, I guess, with high leverage, and these guys not that much, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, yeah, 10 or something. Wow, wow. I think we are not done yet. We are not done. Let us take a look here. And US dollar index, I don't know what's happening with that. I don't know. I really don't know what kind of rally they are doing. But if that keeps rallying, forget stocks, forget Bitcoin, forget everything. Everything will crash. Mark my words. If DXY keeps doing that, wow, that's crazy. Also something I have predicted last year. I don't like to be right. So, let us take a look to the option trading. Well, first of all, what we can see here, we have our put wall, our gamma put wall at 30k, and it seems they have started to create one at 25. Our gamma call wall keeps being 40k, but they have started at 30k also. That would almost also explain why we have such kind of problems just to have a breakout at 30k. Let us make this 6 month. Minus 38, so it went up a little bit, but still, yeah, too low, just too low. I don't like. I mean, usually we should go up, but so then let us take a look here to the strategies and what's going up. Um, we will check this one here. We will check this one here. We want to check this one. Okay, we have a lot of stuff here. Let us start with custom strategies. The biggest one, please. Sold, 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 sold. Both. Ooh. Someone is okay. That was yesterday. Okay, nice. He was expecting the dump below of 26, so not useful. That was before the dump. Something he knew some things, it seems. Um, buy 27, put 27. That's all financed by premium. So that's June. I don't care about June, but even that, it's just financed by the other instrument. Okay, nothing useful here. Custom strategy. Let us take a look to the next one. Can we see here something useful? Wow. Okay, I mean that's not short term, but wow, he is paying, yeah, double for July. Put 28K, and that's at 337K trade. That's not cool. Also September, but okay, here I don't care just because he financed his instrument with the other one, so that is maybe just a little bad. Bull put spread. Another one, he knew very well that we are declining below 28K. Ah, oh Jesus. Well, I mean, that was yesterday evening and the night, and it was for many of them, it seems obvious that we will decline even more. So, yeah. Okay, so bull put spread also not really useful at the moment. Short straddle. Okay, sold, also not useful. And short put butterfly. And that's a big one, but also here it was yesterday night. I don't know if they closed those or are still alive. If they are still alive, I mean, they are expecting to go back below 28K. We need to see, I don't know. But also here he financed these with his two puts before. Hmm. I don't know. It doesn't. Not cool. Absolutely not cool. Let us maybe make a quick view of the last 80 or 12 hours. Let us make 12 hours. If we can detect here something. Yeah, bull put spread. 12 hours. 12 hours? That was yesterday at 1:46. That's not 12 hours, mate. Yeah, but I don't see any trade for today, it seems. It's always yesterday, yesterday, yesterday. I don't care about yesterday anymore. Okay, unfortunately, not really useful. Yes, it doesn't really look very bullish. I don't see if they close those. It seems they are still active. If so, we will go down again, in my opinion. Market makers, or no, we talk not about market makers, but I'm adding more informations also about market makers now. We can talk about CVD and who is driving the market, or what is driving the market at the moment. We are using a tiny 5 minutes time frame. We can see here a little accumulation happening on the aggregated CBD spot, FTX as well, but we can see perfectly that they are using mainly Bitcoin margin contracts and they are selling at the moment, and futures with stablecoins as well, much more than spot. Doesn't really look very healthy at the moment. It seems it was just a little dead cat bounce. Yeah. Oh my boy. That looks really. Phew. Yeah, Coinbase is selling big, buying big, but let us check what happened. I mean, that was May 7th. I show you what they did. And we need to talk about the same. That's the cumulative delta, volume delta. Okay, that means they have sold, I guess, even more. 90,000 Bitcoin just in few days. And that's the delta. Okay, so they sold much more. And I don't see any accumulation here. That could be again a quick accumulation, and as you can see, that looks very bad at the moment. Very bad. Let us take a look again. Oh, oh. Ay. That's SPY, SPX. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So doesn't look very nice. Let us take a look here. Market makers. These guys here. These guys are pain. I have warned here. If these guys rise their balances like they did in the beginning of April, many of you, those who are um, just following me, know I have said that. Be careful. When those guys are doing that, doesn't mean we are going up. And yeah, I was right once again, unfortunately. What happened afterwards? And these guys are not accumulating. Do you want to know how they accumulate? That's accumulation. That's accumulation. That says right now we are not done. So yeah, I don't like. And these guys have the best trade behavior. Look that they stopped. They started to distribute here. They started to accumulate here, and then crypto ban at China. And since then, they have a big problem. It seems they don't find the required liquidity and demand anymore, and they are just pushing up, then down, then up, then down. And at the moment, it looks like they just want to sell. They just want to sell. I mean, I'm still waiting if I can see something that goes up. And I have mentioned about that. If we take a look what they did just here, let us change to the 1 hour time frame. They sent those 4,480 bitcoins. Market makers again sending. They are not ready. Or they are not done. Unfortunately, they are not done. We will go down, it seems, once again. If we check that, look that. We are talking about 10,000, 8,000, 7,000, 6,000 in a row, sometimes in a day, in one day. If we check the daily one just to compare what they are doing right now, okay, that was here their preparation for that dump. And that was a huge aggressive dump. And it seems, and that's my opinion, that here is like that here. If that's the case, and I hope I'm so wrong, if that's the case, that's going to be a big nightmare in the next weeks. At least that would match to the option trades. That would be really, wow, a nightmare for all of us. It doesn't matter of bull, beer, or whatever. Just believe me. So we really need to see what's going on. The last time they sent big, that was here in one day, almost 50,000 Bitcoin, and then we crashed down. You remember we retested our lows at 29,000, and then FTX, Sam, just have started to bought 55,000 Bitcoins, and that was the start where we lifted up like crazy. And even then, they sold. Many of you remembered that I was showing the profits, and we were talking about billions and billions and billions and billions. And that time, I wasn't checking these charts here, and I didn't even know that these guys here, these entities, have the best trade behavior. And in my opinion, behind these guys are institutionals and market makers. And those guys sold here even more, billions and billions in profits they did. And of course, afterwards, they bought the dip. So yeah, we need to see. These guys are not done yet, it seems. We really need to see what's going to happen next. But look, that they are active again, sending more stuff to exchanges. That's not cool at all. Absolutely not. Okay, so we need to see what's going to happen. I don't know. I guess maybe they want to make a retest of 26. Remember, we have the biggest CME gap, the unfilled one, is between 24 and 26K. Since last year, since summer last year, I'm saying we will visit that level range because this market is mainly driven by futures. It's just becoming more and more important for this market to fill all these gaps, it seems. So doesn't look very nice at the moment, to be honest. Yeah, I would wait until here, and if they go down below 28, I would short, I guess. If I didn't hear, because double top. But yeah, I'm dry at the moment and not going to make anything. So let us talk about exchange walls. So let us make a quick review what's happening uh, oh on the different exchanges and if they placed any walls at the moment. So we have Coinbase here, and that's usually, I don't know, they expected such kind, limiting a little bit the way up, not big, just 180 bitcoins, whatever. But look what we have down: 25, 22, 20,000, and here 24, here 26. Doesn't look great, to be honest. I don't know. They're a bit. Okay, they they don't want to let it go up, it seems. Oh, what happened here now? Jesus. Nothing down. Yeah, well, yeah, we have here, as you can see, so below 25.3 and above of 33 Bitstamp. What happened now? Bitstamp 22, Binance. What happened? Okay, let me just a second to refresh the site. Yeah, now it looks better. I don't know what that was. 31.3, limiting a little bit there. 26, 25, 23. Bitfinex. Also interesting, they were expecting the worst case, it seems, 21 and 20, but no big walls. So 20 FTX, FTX as again at 30k, limiting the way up, and at 22. I don't know what these guys have in mind, really not. Bybit, nothing. BitMEX, BitMEX at 25 as well, pushing the price up it seems. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's spoofing or not. Sam million waitings now there, so maybe we are going up. We need to see. Binance futures also at 22. 22, I don't know. Many are limiting at 22. 32, also not clear if that's maybe spoofing or not. Bitfinex derivatives. Pff, nothing down, very black and look up. Oh my god. Oh my god. FTX spawn. Oh Jesus. 25, 23 and a half, 21 and a half, 20. That's it. Let us talk about the personal conclusion, or maybe we should skip it. Let us talk about the personal conclusion. So, let us talk about my personal conclusions and why markets are reacting so nervous at the moment. We can see here the Greece zone. That's a 20 years old resistance at the US dollar index. And it's retesting that resistance and it failed. That's the first fail. That's a good thing, but I guess it's going to make such kind of retest and then we need to see what's going to happen. To be honest with you, if we cross that one, we will go down, 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 down. All. SPY, Bitcoin, everything. That's why these markets are at I mean, Bitcoin is just following SPY, but SPY and the stock markets are reacting very, very, very nervous at the moment just because of that. Okay, and you can see how accurate they got rejected. So if you want to see what's going to happen, just use DXY and put your wall at 104,891 and 104,982. So almost 105. If we cross 105, we will dump. No, we will nuke down, and it doesn't look really. I mean, we still have some space to go up because we are not overbought at the moment. So let us take a look. Just let us see. We had at 25, we have huge amount of exchange walls, and the same at 31 to 32. Let us make here the our POC there. And so in my opinion, we have two options. It depends what DXY is going to do. If it tries to retest again, markets will nuke, or at least the sell pressure will rise because they are reacting very, very nervous to what's happening there. And you can see what Bitcoin is doing. So I can imagine, let me make here another one. In worst case, we go down again, we will maintain. We need to see what the market does here. Otherwise, we will go down even more here to 25. Market makers, the last summer, they spent a lot of bitcoins to dump, to nuke aggressively. And their balances was lower than the current one. So we would have still a gap of 80,000 bitcoins if they want to decline their balances like they did last year in summer. Okay, that's just pure speculation, just a theory. But if they do that with 80,000 Bitcoin, you can do that. You can go here to 25 and even lower. So here we need to retrace. Tomorrow is Friday. Even if they push even more, we need to see what the market is going to do here. I would expect a rising volume and maintain. They will try to maintain that here because if 25 fails and they have its breakout, we will see 22. So I really hope that's not going to do. Of course, we have 24 also, so just that would be worst case. Okay. Otherwise, what I would expect is just maybe come down here, retest, go up again, maintain a little bit. Tomorrow, hopefully, the market will calm down. I really hope that DXY will get rejected second time and then it starts to decline. That would allow us to go up again. And yeah, in my opinion, the POC will be the next area of 31.3. We need to be above of 31.3. If that's not going to happen and we maintain even this weekend below, I don't know, guys. I really then just that cat bounce. I mean, really. My only hope is the next weekend, to be honest. Inspo saying that, that's incredible, but it looks very, very weak at the moment. I mean, DXY is pushing up and it doesn't look good, to be honest. So, yeah, that would be it. Okay, so we have here a 27, we have here a 25 worst case, and we have the 24. We have noticed some walls there. So even if we go up, we hopefully can maintain here. If we go down, we need to maintain that here. We really need to maintain that here. Okay, 25, we need to maintain 25, maybe bear trap to 24 and then go up again. If not, I don't know. Then I really don't know. So hopefully it was useful for you. It was useful for me because I can see how sensitive the market is reacting to DXY, and you see DXY, it seems it's declining. That could be uh, yeah, an option for Bitcoin. So hopefully it can, I don't know, it's going to retest the area of 104.5, but every little move that DXY is right now doing up, SPY, as you can see, is pushing down. Every little tiny move. So be very careful, to be honest. Yeah, don't try to be a hero here because I think um, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't look really good here. So I hope that you enjoyed. I know that's again a long video, but it was just necessary. So big love to you. We see us tomorrow and your inspo. Bye bye.